The Frankly Speaking Roof Cam, brought to you by Boss Security in Horseheads. Contact them today for all your business and home security needs. We are back, broadcasting live from the Hesselson studio here on Marcus Street in Corning. We've got a lot of comments coming up in just a moment, but first, in the Hesselson studio, welcome back to Barbara Bloomer.
Hello, how are you?
This is different than last time. This is about, and in full disclaimer, I'm very proudly a member of the group we're about to talk about. Let's talk about Corning Duane Eddy Circle. What is it?
Corning Duane Eddy Circle. Well, it's
self-explanatory.
Well, it kind of is, but not a lot of people know that Duane Eddy was born in Corning, Corning Hospital. Duane's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A lot of your viewers do know because you're a big fan. In fact, didn't you want him from the very beginning on
right
your
from the
show?
Beginning. So that's
sort of the origin of this whole thing. So tell us about that.
The first radio show I ever did, so they put me on the spot. I'd never done a radio show before, and they said, you got to fill 3 hours.
Yeah.
And in my mind, having never done a radio show, I could easily fill 3 hours on why Duane Eddy should have like something, a sign or something in Corning. And it lasted probably a good 15 minutes, but that's not doing it for 3 hours. So I had to switch topics quickly. But yeah, so then 10 years later, on my 10-year anniversary, I contacted a few people and finally got to interview them. And that's kind of where this all began. And here we are today with a very big announcement of what's going to be happening during Harvest Fest.
I know. But you did have a relationship with Duane, and I think Duane and Deed, and it's been nice that it's taken a long time.
Right.
But next Saturday at 2 p.m. in the park behind the clock tower, what's going to happen?
The best spot in Corning.
The best spot in Corning.
I really do believe so. That's when we're going to unveil the historical marker for Duane Eddy. No one's really seen it. Just a few.
Because it's undercover.
It's been, if you've been to the farmer's market and you wonder what the garbage bag has been about all summer long, that's what it is. But
I wanted to give a shout out to the Department of Public Works because they really helped us. They got it installed. They covered it up.
Which was such a relief.
It's waiting and ready to go for the big unveiling.
They're the only ones that have seen it, us and them.
I know.
And when you think about it, Dee, Duane's wife, has not seen it. I do always like to say, because I've had people say, well, why it takes so long, these type of things, things take a while, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I think that's very important that people know is Duane was very aware of this before his passing. And I think that's because I know sometimes people say, why did you wait till after? That was not the case. It was just things take time. And in my opinion, it's went pretty smoothly. How long have we been? We
started on April 4th of 24 at 4 p.m. And it was 4/4/24, 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And our goal was to build awareness that Duane was born in Corning and do something permanent to recognize him. And we weren't sure what we were going to do at the beginning. We were mostly doing PR around his birthday and doing things like that. And we have stickers. I brought some stickers to show in case anybody today wants to support us. We'll give you a sticker.
There you are.
And also like things like just getting people to understand that Corning values and people from Corning are very special, because that's partially how I got involved, because you and I were doing the show about the people wall and the mural in City Hall and all the special people from Corning. And I don't think I knew that Duane was from Corning back then, but I've watched a lot of video of Duane and interviews of him, and he's such a nice man, and his values come from when he lived here. And his parents are from, his father's side is from Towanda, which is about 20 miles from here in Pennsylvania, but his mother's from Waverly, and they got married and lived here in Corning. It was their first home that they had, and he was born in Corning Hospital, and his father worked for Cobeco. So it's really great because he was sort of, and Duane tells some good stories about what it was like to be born here, and then he has some good ones from Corning, but then he also lived in Bath and went up to Penn Yan. So his formative years as a young man are from here, and he never forgot that, and he talks about it all the time. You can speak to that.
Well, right, and what I like too, and we've talked about this a lot on this program and elsewhere, that he was always proud of Corning.
Right.
And the old line was, and he said it in our first interview, is that his first bio said something to the extent of the people of the city of Corning may not know this, but Duane Eddy was born there. And I think that, when I wrote that op-ed that time when I was angry, I said that. I think that they still don't know. So that's when we decided to kind of start doing the PR campaign and spread the word that we have a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer that was born right here in Corning, and people are kind of shocked to learn about it. But he never shied away from the fact. I was watching an interview, and you've seen it, on the Ray Stevens show,
Right.
And it comes up naturally. He's very proud. And when he visited, he was very proud to see the street. And
he basically told the world that he was born in Corning.
Yes.
And he was, and it's really great. But also another thing about the whole thing about Corning is that, and I learned this when I was doing the People Wall, that many people that had a touched base with us. We're a community where people come and go, but they always look back on and say good things about Corning. Yes. I mean, it's amazing to me how strong people feel about Corning. And so putting the historical marker over where it is in the park, it's kind of near where the concerts take place. It's in the community, and it's just a symbol of the fact that we have special people in Corning. That's what it means to me, in addition to the fact that Duane was a very influential, enduring musician. I saw that article in Guitar World that you sent around the Joe Bonamassa thing, and it talks about how his music is enduring and that he was the most influential instrumental guitarist from the 50s and the 60s and influenced everyone. And I just think a lot of people do a lot of special things, and they might not be a household name, but they're very special and they contributed a lot.
I couldn't agree more. And you actually had what an amazing honor, I guess, to go to the Nashville tribute. We talked about that a little bit on the program at the Ryman of all places.
Right.
How was that?
That was really cool because I didn't know what to expect because I'd never been to the Grand Ole Opry,
right?
And but it's like almost like a church environment, and you feel close to the audience. And they did the same thing you do with where they only come on and do a couple of songs at a time. So they had musicians from Vince Gill came. I was surprised that Vince Gill was there, but it turns out he plays a Duane Eddy guitar, and he really admired him. And but they had a lot of famous people. One of the ones, the E Street Band guy, that he came, and I'll look up his name because I can't remember his name right now. Well, what surprised me about that was that the E Street Band, Bruce Springsteen's band, copied Duane's band by putting their famous saxophone player up front.
Yeah.
In addition, he just glowed and talked about Duane. Maybe he didn't perform, but it was 2 or 3 hours worth of musicians coming in and playing Duane's music, talking about what he meant to them, to the industry. Joe Bonamassa, Peter Frampton ended the show.
Huge fan.
Jim McPherson was there. A lot of the younger artists too.
Yeah, I mean he's.
They had great guitar players.
Oh, Joe Bonamassa, like you said, I mean he's known for being
even the young ones they brought in, and they played, young. That's another thing about Duane. So many young guitar players learned Duane's music.
Yeah.
That's what they learned and practiced on, not just the famous
because
ones.
it's also
Ben told me a story about his kids down the street learning about it.
Well, because it's perfect, too, because it's instrumental. He's known for instrumental, so you don't have to worry about singing quite yet.
And you have to learn the technique. You have to learn how to do the... I don't know all the terms.
But for people that don't know, it's that twang sound. I mean, he invented
it was very special.
The twang sound, and he's a guitarist, and that really says something. And so we've got the tribute or the dedication coming up on September 20th. That's during Harvest Fest
at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock, there's going to be
everybody's welcome.
And free and open to the public. There's going to be a lot of dignitaries.
We're just going to gather around the marker.
I'm putting up the poster on the screen right now. Gather on the marker, unveil it. You get to finally see it after the whole summer of just having a garbage bag wrapped around it.
But the mayor's going to be
doing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you going to tell him that?
Yeah. Should we give it away?
I don't know. Maybe we should. The mayor's going to be doing something very
special. Very special. So
and Duane's family's coming.
Yep. And there's going to be a lot of dignitaries, a lot of people. But it's not a very long event.
15 minutes. I think
15,
max.
20. Yeah, because there's so much going on during Harvest Fest in the Gaffer District. There's bands, ironically, playing back to back. So we have the set change, I guess, is what you call it. We've got that time, which is perfect for us. We're really
and you can still donate, by the way, if you wanted to. And we're putting names in the program. Did you put that on the screen?
CorningTwang.com. So if you want to be in the program, and I'll give this away.
I had a cover. I made a cover.
Okay. Well, and what I'll say is, because what we did is make it a little special. We asked some of the people that look up to Duane Eddy. We haven't really given this away yet, but to send in some quotes. And we've got some amazing quotes. And I'm not going to give them away, but if you want your name listed in a program with the likes of, I don't know, Richie Blackmore, Albert
You're not going to give them away.
I'm not, just a couple, just let a few slip in there. If you want your name in with those people, all you got to do, and there is no set amount.
No.
We're just
trying to be inclusive. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, we want everybody, because people, because I've been along, and you have too, but this journey for so long, people have always been very supportive. Nothing's ever just came out of it, right? Until now. So I think what the idea is behind the program is we want everybody who has been along for this journey and considers themselves, and rightfully so, a part of this journey, to be included and be thanked, right?
Right. Speaking of other people, Linda Reimer from the library has been a big part of our group in the Duane Eddy Circle, and Dick Puccio, who is retired from Merritt, and then Ben, who owns Merritt today. And we also have this Duane County historian, Griffin, involved in our group. But it's been this little core group that's we've been working hard to get this marker together. And it's been really fun, but it's also been a lot of work.
Well, I think sometimes the 2-hour meetings weren't necessary. I think sometimes we get having fun, too much fun talking about it all. But no, we've had a lot of meetings, and we're
and the posters around town. We have little flyers. It's been fun, but I think it's also going to be just very special. I'm excited because it's only a week away.
Yeah, I know.
We're counting down the days, and we never thought that we could pull this off, but we have. And when the city has been great.
We can't thank the city and the library and so many people. We got to make sure to put that in the program too. But the city has been great and so supportive of it. Because I thought, just the way my mind works, that is such a good spot that it's at, that I thought there may be some jealousy. Because I can't believe it hasn't been picked before. Maybe that's just me because I'm so proud of it, and we all are so proud of it. What are you looking forward to the most during the ceremony?
I think that it'll be fun to have it revealed when we pull off the curtain, and it's actually colors. And because it looks good, the bright colors. And the words that we have on there are lasting and good. And I also think it just fits with the. It almost looks like it belongs there. It's not a sort. It just fits.
I agree.
But also just to see some of the people that we've been gathering around. A lot of people might be out of town that weekend. I know it's a popular one, but some of the people that come, we don't always see them. We just hear about them, or we communicate with them on email. So I'm looking forward to also seeing the people in the crowd.
I can't wait to see Deed, because I know how excited they were when they received, in the call that I got when Duane and Deed received the plaque from the Steuben County Hall of Fame. And so I was excited to hear them. I can't wait to see when she sees it, and
I don't think she's going to believe it.
I don't either. It fits so perfectly there. My prediction is before too long, in a couple of years, people are just going to call it the Duane Eddy Park. That's my favorite, because it's right at center. They're not even going to know. There's another name for it.
I think we can even if you don't know Duane Eddy was born in Corning, you can learn. It's something we can be proud of. And it's sort of like a good news story right now, and which is great, and also. I think that Corning over the years isn't just a glass town. It does a lot of other things. And music is an element of the arts that we can all embrace. Music brings people together, like food brings people together. Yeah. Music's really important to our culture.
I couldn't agree more. And that's one thing I'm glad that you mentioned, because we said you can go to corningtwain.com to donate, to be in the program, but also to find out about Duane's connection. There's a lot of history there.
Yes, so it's still a work in progress, but there's tons of information.
But if you want to do a deep dive, that's the place to go, because I would say it's probably the most extensive, that's probably easy to say, most extensive collection of Duane and Corning.
Right. But also, we should say it's Corning Twang, because maybe people don't know that twang is his sound, and the twangy sound. A lot of his albums were named after the twang, and it's something that he had to live with his whole career. But but it really is twangy. It's almost like reverbs on the guitar, like with a. I don't know. It's very. You got to listen to his music,
and you can hear some of it on the website.
But that's what his unique sound.
Well, we got to get going. This has been great. All right. What's the future of the group?
I don't know.
All right, stay tuned. We'll let you know. All right, join us September 20th at 2 p.m. here in Corning.
Please
say hi. Yeah,
it'll
please
be
say
fun.
hi. Please say hi.
Or wave at us.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to be on stage. Thank you. Stay with us.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Come on again soon. We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking after this.